moving U.S. troops out of Bahrain and Kuwait? Are troops being moved out of the Middle East?
For decades, the United States maintained an overwhelming military presence across the Persian Gulf. Massive air bases, naval headquarters, Patriot missile batteries, and thousands of troops formed the backbone of Washington's security architecture in the Middle East. But that posture is beginning to change. A series of Iranian missile and drone attacks over the past several months appears to have triggered one of the biggest reassessments of America's regional military deployment in years. Fresh satellite imagery now suggests that visible American military assets have been removed from Bahrain's Sheikh Issa Air Base, one of Washington's key military facilities in the Gulf. The images reportedly show aircraft and equipment no longer positioned on parts of the flight line where they had previously been stationed. While satellite images alone cannot confirm whether the base has been emptied or whether all personnel have departed, they do appear to support reports that American forces have dispersed aircraft and reduced their visible footprint following repeated Iranian attacks. According to the uploaded material, Iran claims its latest drone operation targeted power generators, navigation systems, and administrative facilities at Sheikh Issa Air Base. Earlier assessments had already reported damage to aircraft hangars, warehouses, and other military infrastructure. Reports cited in the source also indicate that Washington has been reducing or relocating exposed military assets in Bahrain and Kuwait, while exploring more protected command facilities underground. The changes are not limited to Bahrain. Kuwait has also become a major focus. According to reports, American military installations there have repeatedly come under threat from Iranian missile and drone attacks. The assessment argues that Tehran has increasingly forced the United States to disperse aircraft, reposition troops, and continuously adapt its deployments. Rather than operating from fixed positions, American commanders are now being compelled to adjust their posture in response to evolving threats. The situation intensified further after Kuwait's military activated its air defense systems following reports of hostile drones approaching the country. The Kuwaiti armed forces confirmed defensive operations were underway, but did not identify who launched the drones. At the same time, unverified reports circulating online claimed drones had targeted military facilities, including Ali Al Salem Air Base. However, those claims remain unverified, and Kuwaiti authorities have not confirmed any successful strikes or damage. When asked if US was considering to change its troop deployments, President Donald Trump denied to comment, and that sparked further concerns. Perhaps the most significant development is unfolding inside Iraq. According to reports, the US military has begun withdrawing forces and heavy equipment from its compound near Erbil International Airport. Most notably, Patriot air defense batteries protecting the installation have reportedly already been removed and transferred elsewhere. Although US Central Command has declined to comment, regional officials maintain the withdrawal is consistent with a previously agreed timetable between Washington and Baghdad that requires the departure of declared American combat forces by the end of September. But critics argue that timing matters. The Erbil base has repeatedly faced missile and drone attacks during the conflict. According to reports, Patriot systems stationed there had intercepted the overwhelming majority of incoming threats, protecting not only American personnel, but also nearby Kurdish infrastructure. With those systems now removed, concerns are growing that northern Iraq has become significantly more vulnerable. Washington insists these withdrawals are part of a long-planned transition. Iran, however, may portray them differently. Repeated missile and drone attacks have made some American positions increasingly expensive and difficult to defend. Patriot interceptors are costly, inventories are limited, and commanders must decide where those systems are most urgently needed. That means some bases inevitably receive greater protection, while others become lower priorities. Taken together, these developments point to a changing military landscape. Instead of concentrating forces in a handful of large bases, the United States appears to be dispersing personnel, relocating aircraft, and reassessing where its most valuable assets should be positioned. Military analysts often describe this as a shift toward a more flexible and survivable force posture in response to evolving missile and drone threats. Whether this represents a tactical adaptation, a planned drawdown, or a response to sustained pressure depends largely on perspective. What is clear is that the Gulf security environment is becoming increasingly contested. Iran continues to demonstrate its growing ability to threaten fixed military installations across the region. The United States continues to retain overwhelming military capabilities, including carrier strike groups, long-range bombers, and advanced air power. But maintaining those capabilities now requires greater mobility, stronger missile defense, and more frequent repositioning than in the past. As diplomatic efforts continue alongside military tensions, the future of America's presence in the Gulf may no longer depend simply on how many troops remain in the region, but on where they can safely operate, how quickly they can move, and whether fixed bases remain viable in an era dominated by precision missiles and armed drones.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.